I just wanted to show you where I am, because this is probably the biggest change, is that I moved and now I live near the ocean. So here, take a look. I'll try and show you that again. I'm not sure if it worked really because I'm using my iPod and I have it pointed at me, so when I showed you that, I couldn't really see what you guys were seeing. But hopefully it was as beautiful as what I see. Pictures, video never ever does it justice, but you can always try, right? Anyways, that's the biggest thing, is I moved to the ocean. I have been living in a community about an hour away from here that was on a lake. It's really, really beautiful. But I was coming out here all the time. I was spending a ton of time out here. And being an hour away, I've always spent a lot of time out here, but it just became more and more. And I just had this deep, deep sense of belonging here. Like, this is where I'm supposed to be. And it just felt like home. So, I didn't even try. To be honest, I was out here and a friend, invited me to this, invited me to that, and I just really felt like I was a part of the community. I really felt like my heart was here. And about a month before that, or 2 weeks before, no, about a month before that, I was in a relationship that ended, and so all of a sudden I just became free to do, whatever I wanted, and I was driving out here for the third time this week, in a week, and I went to go and pick mussels down on the beach with a friend. Actually, I should back up a little bit. As I was driving out here, I was thinking, God damn, I drive out here, and this is the third time this week I've been driving out here. I should just live here. Like, why don't I live here? And the problem is that it's a really small community, and there really isn't a lot of places to live, especially to rent. I mean, there's places for sale if you're in the market to buy a home, but the living situation is really, really tricky. So, this was my concern. I'm driving out here, I'm like, God, I have to live out here. Like, I just have to live out here. And then I thought to myself, okay, don't worry about this. Don't stress yourself out. In a year's time, something will work out. It'll just all fall together. And there also isn't really, a lot of jobs out here. It's a really small community. There's about 200 people that live here. So, anyways, so about an hour later, I'm picking mussels on the beach with a friend of mine, and she says, I was offered this job, but I'm not going to take it because this summer I'm going back to work for so-and-so. A lot of the work around here is seasonal. So, and I was like, really? I was like, well, maybe. She's like, you could probably have that job. So we went down and we talked to the guy who would give me the job. It's just working at a restaurant and a pub, but it's nice, light, and easy. It's really, really good atmosphere, really beautiful location. I get to look at the ocean every day while I'm at work. And he said, oh, and where are you going to live? He said, I have a house you can live in, and the price was hardly anything at all, and I said, well, I have a dog, and he said that's fine, and everything just worked out, and it just fell together before I even had a chance to, think, like, is this really what I want? Is this really the step that I want to make right now? And it just happened. It just fell together within an hour's time of me saying, okay, I'm just gonna let go, and in a year it'll work out. It all worked out in an hour. It's just pretty incredible. And now here I am in this beautiful place, and I'm just so happy about it, and it's just amazing. So that's just another example of living from the heart. Things fall apart. I had a relationship, it didn't work out, which really, it's all everything works out for the best. I'm super happy about the way everything's turned out, and it's just kind of an example though of, that relationship, maybe it was holding me back from something. Obviously, something happened and my life opened up, and it allowed this new great life experience to come in. So don't be afraid of change. Listen to your heart, follow your heart, and live from it. I'm going to turn off the camera now and show you a bit more of the ocean, because Thanks so much. Bye-bye. Alright, here we go. This is where I am right now. I'm in Canada. Those mountains across there are the States. I have these little pink flowers down here. All these super shaly rocks. And as I was talking to you, I was watching these waves crashing over here. They're so beautiful. From my heart to yours, thank you.